Hellos, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Abigail, and you're so welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of the things that you need to stop doing in order to be able to see good results when it comes to your hair care. Okay, I know a lot of people want to like grow long, healthy, natural hair, but there are certain things that you might be doing that might actually be preventing you from growing that long, healthy, natural hair. So in this video, I'm just going to be explaining all those things that you need to stop doing. So endeavor to watch this video to the very end, so you can find out some of the things that you're probably doing wrong that is affecting your hair. So if this is something you're interested in, you should be interested in it. Okay, so endeavor to watch this video to the very end. Right. So let's get straight into the video. If you're actually on your hair care journey, the first thing I'm going to say in this video is that you need to be willing to take care of your hair. If you're willing to take care of your hair, that way you'll find it a lot easier for you to be able to stop some of the bad habits that you're probably doing. If you're not willing to take care of your hair, then it means you're not willing to do the right thing for you to see the right result, basically. But if you're willing to like take care of your hair, it means that you're going to put earnest effort in order to do the right thing for you to see the right results, right? Yeah. So the first mistake that you might probably be making is washing your hair too often, washing your hair constantly. It is true that hair cannot grow from a dirty scalp, and we have all been advised countless times that you should wash your hair, keep your scalp clean, okay, so that your hair can grow out from a clean scalp, basically, right? I know you've had that a couple of times, but when you get to like wash your hair constantly, you are basically putting pressure on your hair and on your scalp. So it is not advisable for you to be washing your hair constantly. I get to like see a lot of naturals saying they are washing their hair every 1 week. That means in a month they are washing their hair 4 times, 3 times. That just doesn't work well with me because that's a lot of pressure you're putting on your hair, on your scalp. So the minimum time you should wash your hair monthly should be at least twice, whereby you're washing your hair every 2 weeks. So in a month you're washing your hair twice, which is actually a moderate way, or you wash your hair once a month. That makes a whole lot of sense. That way you're not putting so much pressure on your hair. Because when you get like overwash your hair constantly, you're actually stripping your hair off its natural oils, which is actually not good. Then you get to like start experiencing dry scalp, which is actually not a good one. So to avoid experiencing dry scalp or dry hair, it is advisable that you don't wash your hair every time. So one of the things you need to avoid is for you to stop washing your hair constantly, like every week. At least twice a week or once a month is okay. But washing your hair every week just doesn't work well. It's not actually good. So do not overwash your hair. That's the first mistake. So if you know you're actually doing this, you need to stop it and follow the routine that I actually just told you now, which is twice a month or once a month. It's actually going to be very fine for your hair. Now, this brings us to the next thing you need to avoid doing on your natural hair, which is do not skip deep conditioning. Deep conditioning is actually very, very important when it comes to hair care. A lot of people complain about their hair being strong, being very difficult to manage, okay, to care for because it's strong. But the thing is that you're actually not deep conditioning, and when you're not deep conditioning, it simply means caring for your hair is going to be very difficult. Natural hair is actually prone to dryness, and for you to be able to like manage your hair and to see results when it comes to your hair care, you need to like deep condition on every wash day. Deep conditioning is going to be like a game changer for you in your hair routine if you want to see massive results. Deep conditioning is something that's going to help your hair stay soft and easier for you to like manage. So if you're saying okay, you're going to wash your hair, just shampoo and then moisturize without deep conditioning, you're simply causing more damage to your hair, basically. So for you to like make your hair more easier for you to work with, for you to like make your hair soft, just deep condition. Don't skip deep conditioning treatment for any reason. Always deep condition. And this is something that I do on every wash day, and it has actually been beneficial to me. So this is something that's going to be a game changer for you in your hair care journey. Always deep condition. Do not skip deep conditioning. You want to take your deep conditioning treatment seriously. So whenever you're washing your hair, if you're washing your hair twice a month, once a month, make sure that you deep condition. It's going to help your hair a lot. Next thing you need to stop doing to your hair is you need to stop manipulating your hair. When I mean manipulating your hair, I mean frequently handling your hair in a rough way or always doing one thing or the other to your hair, which is actually manipulation. If you are washing your hair, like when I said to do not overwash your hair, it is part of manipulation. If you are doing that constantly, you're manipulating your hair. So you don't want to be washing your hair every time, because if you're washing your hair every time, you're actually placing pressure on your hair and manipulating your hair at the same time, like I said. So you don't want to be manipulating your hair. Probably you're styling your hair every week, which is actually very wrong. You don't want to be styling your hair every week. If you are styling your hair every week, it simply means that you're not giving your hair room to rest. And you're not giving room for new growth to like sprout out from your scalp. That's what it simply means. You are always handling your hair, and therefore, if you are doing that, you would not see growth, you will not see changes in your hair keratin. And that's where you get to like complain that your hair is not growing. Why will your hair grow when you are constantly manipulating your hair? Your hair is actually growing, but you're manipulating it, which means you're not retaining the length. So for you to like retain the length, you need to give your hair room for your hair to like rest, for your hair to like grow. If you are giving room for your hair to like rest and grow, that's where you're going to be seeing the new growth, and you're going to be retaining length basically. So you don't want to be constantly manipulating your hair, styling your hair every week, taking it down, washing your hair, combing your hair, brushing your hair, doing all sorts of things to your hair. All these things are manipulation to your hair. So if you're styling your hair now, make sure you style your hair. Probably in the next 2 weeks, you're taking it down, or in the next 1 month, you're taking it down before you can now wash your hair, then comb your hair, then detangle, all of that. But if you're doing all these things constantly, like every day you're combing your hair, combing your hair every day is manipulation, basically. So these are the things you want to like avoid. So avoid manipulating your hair. The next thing you need to stop doing is do not use heat on your hair. If you know you don't have an idea on how to use heat for your natural hair, it is advisable not to use heat on your hair. If you know you don't know how to use heat on your hair, it's best you don't use it at all, because if you use heat on your hair, you get to like damage your hair. And when you damage your hair, it means that your hair is no longer relaxed, that you've actually like damaged the natural coil pattern of your hair. So it is advised that you do not use heat on your hair. And even if you know how to use heat on your hair, okay, you don't want to be using heat constantly, because when you get to like use heat constantly, your natural hair coil pattern would be distorted. You get to like lose its natural coil pattern because of too much using of heat. So just avoid using heat on your hair if you don't have an idea on how to use it. And if you have an idea on how to use heat on your hair, you want to do it less frequent so that you don't get to like damage your hair in the long run, basically. So I've actually mentioned, I guess, four some of the things that you need to stop doing, which is one, do not overwash your hair. The second one is do not skip deep conditioning. The third one is do not manipulate your hair. While the fourth one is do not use heat on your hair. So those are the four things that I've mentioned now you need to stop doing to your hair. So the next one you need to stop doing to your hair is do not wear tight hairstyles. This has been said multiple times, and I stand by it, because tight hairstyle is going to affect your hair. If you are constantly wearing tight hairstyles, it's going to have an effect on your hair. Basically, your hair is going to break, because when you make tight hairstyle, when you get to like take down that hairstyle, you get to like notice that your hair is falling off so much. You get to experience a lot of breakage and excessive shedding, and that's because of the hairstyle you make is actually very tight. So you don't want to make tight hairstyles so that your hair do not get to like fall off, or at the end of the day you are losing your edges, you're experiencing thin edges, or you're just having sore on your head. These are things you want to like avoid. So avoid wearing tight hairstyle. If you are constantly putting your hair in a puff or in a high bun, you want to be doing all those kind of hairstyle once in a while, because these are hairstyles that basically place tension on your edges. So the next one is for you to avoid applying heavy product on your natural hair. It's actually very good to like use products, because products are what makes our natural hair journey easier. Products are the things that help us take care of our hair, for us to like see growth, to have a healthy natural hair, basically. Because if your hair is dirty and you don't get to like use product, which is shampoo, to like wash your hair, how then will your hair remain healthy? So products are actually a very good thing when it comes to hair care, but there are actually certain products you need to apply to your hair and certain products you do not have to apply to your scalp. For example, if you want to apply leave-in conditioner, you don't apply leave-in conditioner to your scalp. You don't apply heavy butters or even light butters to your scalp. Why? Because if you're applying all these things to your scalp, you're basically clogging your scalp, your hair follicles. And once you've clogged your hair follicles, it simply means that you can experience dandruff or have flaky scalp at the end of the day. So to avoid having dandruff or flaky scalp or whatever, try not to apply heavy products to your scalp. There are certain products you can apply to your scalp, which is oil. Oil are the kind of products you want to be applying to your scalp because oil has proven to be very helpful, and naturally our own scalp produces oil. So applying oil to your scalp does not cause any harm. The only time applying oil to your scalp would cause any harm is when you get to like apply oil to your scalp and you notice that your scalp does not like it, then you can stop. But naturally, if you're applying oil to your scalp and you know that your scalp can accept oil, then why not? You can use it on your scalp. So if you apply oil to your scalp, you can massage it in, just like make sure that the oil is doing its work on your scalp. But applying hair butter, leave-in conditioner, deep conditioner to your scalp is something that you don't want to do. This kind of products are the products you need to apply to your hair strands itself and not on your scalp. So do not apply heavy products on your scalp. So this is one thing you need to bear in mind. So the next one is do not sleep with your hair open. So if you are going to bed, always try as much as you can to sleep with a satin bonnet on, okay? Don't sleep with your hair open. Like the way my hair is, I want to go to bed. I do not sleep with my hair open like this because when I get to like sleep with my hair open, I get to like notice that there's a certain way my hair feels when I get to like wake up in the morning. I do not like the feeling. I don't like it. So it is advised not to sleep with your hair open. Sleep with a satin bonnet. If you're sleeping with a satin bonnet, it simply protects your hair. Okay. Because when I get to like sleep with my hair open, I get to like notice that my hair is all over the place. And at the end of the day, my hair feels really dry. I get to like experience breakage because I'm not sleeping with a satin bonnet. So always sleep with a satin bonnet. This is going to protect your hair. And when you get to like moisturize your hair and you sleep with a satin bonnet, with the aid of that satin bonnet, the moisture from your hair do not get to like sap out quick. Because if you want to like make your natural hair more easier for you to like manage, for it to like maintain, moisture is important, right? And you don't want to like when you moisturize your hair, the moisture is sapping out from your hair almost immediately. So when you get to like moisturize your hair, for you to be able to retain that moisture in your hair for a very long time before you can re-moisturize your hair again, satin bonnet is something that's going to help you trap in that moisture for a very long time. So always sleep with a satin bonnet. This is something that's going to help you. Person I do not like hair towels is actually sometimes it gives me headache. Or recently I got a satin bonnet that has actually been working fine for me, that when I tie it on my hair I don't get to like experience pain or headache compared to the previous one I was using, and I kind of love it. So if you're someone that don't like tying satin bonnet on your head, you can actually make use of a satin pillowcase. I actually use a satin pillowcase. This is a satin pillowcase, not a satin pillowcase. Okay, if I want to go to bed, I don't want to like tie a satin bonnet on my head. Okay, what I do is I take my pillow, then I have a satin scarf, a very big satin scarf. What I do is I place the satin scarf on my pillow and tie it so that it doesn't like move away from the pillow when I'm sleeping, because you tend to like roll away from your pillow most times. That way it's a lot easier. So if you don't have a certain pillowcase, you can actually make use of this method that I just said. You get your pillow and you get your satin scarf and just tie it on it and then you sleep on it. It's easier that way. That way you can just remove it in the morning, and probably if you want to wash it, you can just wash it. Okay. So make sure you don't sleep without a satin bonnet. Always sleep with a satin bonnet. It's going to help your hair journey a whole lot. It seems like something that is insignificant, but it actually has a lot of significance if you actually take it very serious. So now this brings me to the last thing you need to stop doing to your natural hair, which is you do not want to be trimming your hair frequently. Whew. Yes, you do not want to be trimming your hair frequently. Trimming frequently is not good. I know they have said it a lot of times that you need to trim off split end. Trimming off split ends is actually very, very important because if you don't get to like trim off split ends, it tends to like affect your hair in the long run. You get to like damage your hair, damage the ends of your hair. So to like avoid your hair from being damaged, you have to like trim off split ends. But when you get to like do that constantly, that is where you have a problem because if you are trimming your hair constantly, would you retain length? Would you see growth? No. Trimming your hair constantly does not make your hair grow faster. Instead, it makes your hair shorter. And once your hair is shorter, it means you're not seeing results. Your hair would not grow or increase in length. So you have to find a balance when it comes to trimming your hair. There are a lot of people that trim once a year, can actually trim 2 times a year, or just trim your hair when you experience split ends. If it's 3 times a year, no problem. It's actually very fine. But do it cautiously, do it wisely so you don't get to like affect your hair basically. So these are the things you need to stop doing to your natural hair. I hope you've learned a lot. So if you are doing one of all these things I just mentioned, make changes, improve on them so that you can basically see your hair improve when it comes to the health and the length retention of your hair. So if there are other tips you know that we need to stop doing to our natural hair, please drop them in the comment section so that we can all get to like read and learn from it. Okay, if you enjoyed this video and you learned one or two from this video, endeavor to leave a comment in the comment section, okay, and share this video as well. Please do not forget to give this video a very big thumbs up. All right, and if you got this far and you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you can get notified anytime I get to post a new video on my channel. On this note, I say bye. Until then, remember to stay fabulous.